Lawn bowls is a game of inches, where the difference between winning and losing can come down to the barest of margins. Mastering the sport requires supreme skill, deft touch, great tactical awareness and, when all is said and done, a little bit of luck. The TAB Platinum Pennant brought together the best of the best, all representing 12 powerhouse clubs, and delivered an unforgettable season of highs and lows as each team searched for the ultimate glory, winning the TAB Platinum Pennant. For the first time, relegation was introduced into the competition, which added an extra layer of drama as clubs fought for survival in the world's best sides competition. For Tarrant Point and Mount Lewis, Season 2 did not play out the way they would have wanted. After some moments of promise, both clubs found themselves unable to escape the bottom two and were relegated from the competition. Belrose just managed to scrape above the relegation zone into safety, for the Bulls' a string of close losses made for a tough campaign. Wenty Leagues, meanwhile, were agonisingly close to something more. 3 of their losses came by 3 shots or less, sometimes the difference between finals and frustration. It wasn't all bad news for the Magpies though. Young guns Jacob and Kane Nelson were a revelation for the side. While competitive in most of their matches, Carlingford's season wouldn't have quite lived up to their expectations. As for St John's Park, after a winless first 4 rounds, they came to life late in the competition. The Saints built momentum in the back half of the season, but left their push just too late to make finals contention. While they would have hoped for a higher finish, there's no doubt we'll be seeing more of the Saints as a force to be reckoned with next year. East Maitland with a surprise package of the season, producing some massive results and grinding out tough wins all season. The Griffins started red hot, winning 4 of their first 5, sitting in 3rd position on 7 wins after 10 rounds. Many would have been forgiving for thinking a finals berth was guaranteed, but a final round loss to Warilla, accompanied by a string of other results, saw East Maitland finish in 6th place, just 1.5 points outside the top 5. A tough end of the season, but no doubt a campaign that the Griffins and their supporters should be proud of. Engadine began the season with a bang, 3 straight wins, but their finals hopes took a hit during the triple header weekend when they went winless in a tough stretch of matches. Needing to win their last 3 matches to be any chance, the Cougars delivered under pressure and secured the final spot in the top 5 by just 1.5 points. Defending champions Cabramatta found their winning form early on in the season, but didn't have it all their own way. Losses to Carlingford, Warilla and Raymond Terrace left them on the outside of the top 5 with 1 match to save their season. Coming up against unbeaten minor premiers Merrylands, the Bull Ants delivered when it mattered most, handing the Magic their first loss and securing their own finals berth in true Cabra style. Raymond Terrace stumbled early with 2 losses to start their season, but quickly turned things around. Winning 8 of their remaining 9 clashes and accumulating an impressive 48 out of 50 possible points in their last 5 matches, the Jets flew into 3rd place and the finals with momentum on their side. Warilla's impressive 8-match unbeaten run to start the season was tempered by having 2 draws amongst those results. Narrow losses late in the season meant a finals place was not guaranteed for the Gorillas. They had to fight it out in round 11 against East Maitland, and the Gorillas delivered a knockout performance to secure 2nd spot on the ladder. The Magic were the team to beat all season, going 10 straight rounds unbeaten and showing the competition why they were a force to be reckoned with. A final round loss to Cabramatta denied them a perfect run, but the Magic still sealed the minor premiership in emphatic fashion, finishing more than 15 points clear at the top of the ladder. For Maryland's Warilla, Raymond Terrace, Cabramatta and Engadine, the stage was set for a thrilling final series at Cabra Bowls. 5 clubs, 2 days, 1 ultimate goal, the TAB Platinum Pennant. In the do-or-die elimination final, defending champions Cabramatta faced the Engadine Cougars. Fresh off their giant killing win over Maryland's, the Bull Ants were brimming with belief, and it showed in their performance. Led by a 26-8 win by Nick Cahill's rink, they swept past Engadine with a clinical 66-40 win, keeping their title defence alive. Over on the other side of the green, Warilla and Raymond Terrace went head-to-head in the qualifying final. The Gorillas jumped out early, but the Jets weren't going down without a fight. They clawed their way back into the match, trailing by only a few shots in the final stages. In the end, Warilla held strong to book a spot in the major semi-final against the minor premiers, Marylands. The Gorillas were peaking at the right time, and they delivered a powerhouse performance in the major semi-final against the Magic. Warilla handed Marylands their second consecutive defeat, spearheaded by Aaron T's rink recording a 26-11 win and punching their ticket to the grand final in emphatic style. For minor premiers Marylands, it was unfamiliar territory. They had followed 10 matches unbeaten with 2 straight losses, and suddenly they looked a little vulnerable. The next opponents of the Magic would be the winner of Cabramatta and Raymond Terrace in the minor semi-final. Fresh off a convincing win against Engadine, the Bull Ants produced one of their finest outings all season, overcoming an early 18-4 deficit to beat Raymond Terrace 65-48. The Jets' red-hot run was over, finishing a commendable 4th. And for the defending champs, they were just 1 win away from a second straight grand final. The preliminary final was a clash of the Titans, a resurgent Cabramatta who had won 3 straight matches up against a Maryland side that found themselves in unfamiliar territory. It was make or break for both teams, and Cabra got the better of Marylands the last time they met. For the Magic, it was time to respond. And respond they did, with authority. Marylands rediscovered their spark, producing a flawless display on the greens to dismantle the defending champions by 15 shots. Cabramatta's dream of back-to-back titles was over. A new Platinum Pennant champion would be crowned. And so, the stage was set for the 2 form teams of the competition, first versus second, Marylands against Warilla. A new name about to be etched in Platinum Pennant folklore. The Gorillas got the better of the Magic in the major semi-final only a day earlier, but the Magic know how to bounce back from losses and were confident of doing so again in the biggest match of the season. From the outset, Marylands were a team on a mission, putting constant pressure on their Illawarra rivals. Led by an incredible performance from the rink of Tony Wood, Jack McShane, Nathan Rice and David Ferguson, who built a 19-0 lead at the halfway stage of the match, Marylands had put themselves in the box seat to win the grand final. A second half flurry from the Gorillas got them to within 11 shots with 11 ends to play, but in the end they couldn't keep pace with the Magic, who went on to win 65-50, reversing the 15-shot deficit that was inflicted on them in the major semi-final. As the final bowls were delivered, the Marylands team could begin to celebrate and embrace each other on the green as the reality sank in. They were the TAB Platinum Pennant champions for Season 2. A stellar final performance from a side that was the benchmark all season. As the dust settles on Season 2 of the TAB Platinum Pennant, excitement is already building for Season 3 in 2026. 2 new challengers will enter the arena, ready to make their mark on the competition. The Charlestown Tigers and the Soldiers Point Soldiers will join the TAB Platinum Pennant competition and go head-to-head against 10 superstar sides for another season of premier lawn bowling action.